G'day everyone. I promised you another maize product to review, and this will be available anywhere in the world I would expect in different forms. And here it is. Oh. Now we're doing this inside because it is summer now and it's getting just a tad warm. And that's a metric tad, not an imperial tad, which is much bigger. So what is it? Let's open it up and have a look. This again was on the Black Friday sales. I did my little stackable planter the other day, which I'll link to up there and you can see what it is. But this is another planter, and it's one that I've wanted to try for a long time. It's a small freestanding wicking bed. So let's have a look. Okay, so we've got to assemble it, which I'm not sure how we do. These little catches come out, and I assume we're going to put them back in when we want to put the lid on. Yep, and there's the lid. One thing I will point out, comes in this lovely cardboard box, which is compostable, which is really good. There's no other plastic involved except the plastic it's made of course. Now looking at the quality, it's quite thick and heavy. It has a couple of vents in the top, which is going to be handy. Pop that down there. It has the wicking tray, so it should be self-watering, see? And it has legs. And strangely, no instructions. That is interesting. I'm pretty sure it's going to be easy to put together, but it would be nice if it actually had instructions. So I assume all right, there's that little thing. That'll go in like so. All right, I think I've worked that out. This little thing has to be popped in the up position. And when we drop it in, we can see there's a watering spout. And we have this little watering thing. Which must go on somewhere. Okay, so that must be the overflow. But I don't know where this goes. That's an interesting question. I think we're going to have to go onto the interwebs and have a look. But let's put the legs on in the meantime. And we've got this as well, which must do something. Let's pop the legs on. And they're just a very straightforward, he says, not being able to work out how to do it. Okay, let's turn it upside down and do it. They just go on like so. Might get the hammer and gently tap them on. So we're just going to gently tap those down. All right, they're all the way down now. Let's flip him over again. And there we have it. Except we have no idea what to do with these two pieces. So here's our wicking bed base. And if we look here, there's a hole, different sort of hole. So this fella will go in there. And that's where we fill it up from. We put that in the base. When it fills up with water, that floats to the top. And we know when it needs water added. I've worked out what this is. It's a little brace that goes in here to stop the sides splaying out when we put the lid on. So for the money, remember I got this special deal, half price. It was $45. Now $45 for this, by the look of it, by the physical size of it, the self-watering, having this really nice lockable catch on the top. I do have to take that out and turn them the other way around. It's got the vents in the top. Looks like a pretty good quality plastic. And they've got to go the other way around, I think. Yep. Just pop them the other way around. There we go. So a proper lid on it. Locks down nice and firm actually. So these catches are actually quite good. Easy to seal and unseal. So for $45, I think that is actually pretty good value. For $90, which is the full price, and they've got it on special again, so it probably isn't $90 most of the time. If you've got the use for it, if you want to grow your herbs or small things in here, yeah, I think it is worth it. I'm really impressed with the quality of it, how well it fits together, what it tries to achieve with this little watering system. We're going to load this up with some seeds of some herbs, and I'll get the camera person to help me out in choosing what we put in here, and we'll see how well it grows. Find a nice sunny spot for it, but not too sunny, and we'll give it a shot. What do you reckon? Good value at $45? Would you get one for $45? Would you get one for $90? That's the big question, because that's their normal price. Let me know in the comments. And here we go. It's all in place. I undo the clips. And I planted in here Chinese leafy greens, you know, bok choy, tatsoi, that sort of thing, because they get hit by the insects rather badly. So I'm hoping the cover will keep them safe. I'll come back when they're germinated, see how it's going. And here we have it after several weeks. And as you can see, the leaves are sort of popping out everywhere. A couple of the issues I've had is if we look down here at these clips, they keep falling out. It's not a big issue because, well, they don't do much, but I don't think they're really worth it. It's kept the moisture in quite well, as we can see. If we take the lid off, there we go. It's doing all right. No bugs sitting in there, or not a lot eaten anyway. A couple of little holes there, but there's my Asian veggies. And I didn't have to water it very often, so I think that's one of the really good parts about it. Very rarely needs watering. So here's one of those clips. That's it, they keep falling out, but I'm not terribly worried. Let's pop it back in. Well, what do I think of it overall? Well, it's supposedly half price, so it wasn't that expensive. It certainly kept the bugs out, and it's kept the moisture in. That soil's still quite moist, and I haven't watered it in days and days and days. Certainly grown the Asian greens. They're looking really good and healthy. I forget exactly what we put in here, but we'll get a couple of meals out of that. And that, I think, is where the problem lies. This is a few weeks to get to this point. I think probably about 3 weeks. And it's going to give us maybe 2 meals. So it's too small. It might be nice to grow some herbs in if you're on only had a balcony to grow, or a little patio or something. But for me, it's a nice little thing. Keep things protected. Maybe use it for some of the more exotic things like licorice root, or things I want to protect and keep nice and warm. But as I said, for us, it's a bit small. And we're big people. We like to eat. We like decent meals. And this will only give us a couple of meals. Let me know if you got one of these and if you like it or not. Let me know in the comments. But to me, probably not worth it for the money, particularly if it was full priced. That makes it fairly pricey. So anyway, remember, like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, see what we grow in this next. You guys enjoy life. I'll catch you in the garden.